Win by KO or submission?
Submission.
Favorite fighter?
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Stand and fight or take it to the ground?
Take it to the ground. Boring. Who cares?
Favorite shot to throw?
Anything to get close to the legs.
So today I'm joined by Muhammad Mokaev, flyweight in the UFC. First of all, congratulations on your recent victory over Alex Perez. How do you feel about that victory?
Didn't show my best performance. Victory is a victory. I should be happy. I think I beat ex-title contender. I think I still got the gaps to grow in my game, didn't show for my potential.
I see that you and Alexandre Pantoja have had a little bit of a back and forth. He's saying he's fought everyone in the division, beat everybody multiple times, some of them. And you're saying if the UFC don't put you in next, who are they going to put in? But I also see you say if you don't finish Alex Perez, then they shouldn't give you the title shot. Is that still how you feel about it?
So I had talk with like Hunter Campbell said, if you finish like Alex Perez, you're next for the title. I didn't finish him. Okay, I wasn't Mike Tyson on a fight night. They have to understand this. 10 years older than me. When they're fighting in professional, I was in refugee center. So I'm still coming and beating these guys. They have to challenge me. You know, I haven't even like won by split decision. It's a decision, but it's not even close. That they're beating me. You know, I have trained with Pantoja in the past. I think he chooses easy way to fight in his hometown against Steven Usyk, ranked number 10, who just came to UFC. He said, I want to be like a Rocky, give somebody who is like a new blood. I'm the new blood. I'm the newest blood in the division, you know. What else new blood he want to see? You
came from Dagestan into a refugee camp in Liverpool and then it was off into Manchester. Talk to me a little bit about that journey and how it shaped you into the fighter you are today.
I think all this journey made me bulletproof. Like I'm like a bulletproof vest. Like for the rest of my life, I think I faced a lot of challenges. I see some tough things. I believe many people on a high level achieving in life something because they see challenges in their life. They become like mentally strong. The difficulties was coming to the school. Didn't understand the British jokes.
Yeah.
Like somebody makes fun. Like in Dagestan, it's more personal. You know, like somebody swear at you, you take this more personal. In UK life, it's normal, but in our culture, it takes a little bit. It's not a little bit. We take personal, you know.
Personal.
And I have to little bit fight in school. Like didn't understand the language, new circle of friends. Could have end up either way. Could end up in jail or where I am today.
So do you think that the journey going through school, fighting a little bit, do you think that drove you into fighting as a sport?
I want to do something different than other refugees. Like some people coming here doing same thing like delivery, taxi and stuff like this. I want to do something different to show my kids that I had some struggles, but I came through adversity and become who I am today.
I know a lot of fighters don't really want their kids watching them fight. And I know a lot of partners don't like watching their partners fight. So what effect does that have on your relationship between fighting and family life?
I don't care, like my kid were gonna watch my fight. I don't mind that this 2024, I think it's new mentality. Okay, everybody fight somehow in the life, in the work, in the college. Fighting is not just like fighting hands, it's a life challenge. So when I prepare for my fight, I go away for 3 months, prepare for my fight without family. I think family make you soft. Like in a good way. I have a baby. I love my kid. I become like soft guy in the house. But when I go out, I cannot prepare for a fight because there's Alex Perez want to smash my head in. You know, like I cannot be like too cute. I have to stay focused, locked in.
There's a time and a place, family, fight life. Keep them separate. So, with it being Ramadan, you're obviously fasting. How do you prepare training-wise for one, whilst fasting? And then how does it affect social life?
So we like fast like between sunset and sunrise. It's opposite.
Pass from sunrise to sunset.
Okay, somewhere there, yeah. And I like train before we open fast. Sometimes I train after. Depends if I find some sparring partners who wants to train with me. 12 o'clock at night time. It's hard to find in UK. Like I rang somebody, said, let's train 11 or 12. He said, you're crazy. Like I said, I need sparring partner. And they don't understand this. Sometimes I go to Dagestan because everybody there fast together, train together, like nighttime spent, we go together, like sit in coffee shop somewhere, you know, like daytime we sleep.
Must be quite difficult on your body, being quite tired and still having to train. Does that take away from some of the family time you get?
You know, fighting is my job, right? So I have to be in shape. Anytime UFC call me, I have to be ready. Even though I didn't get the title shot, anything can happen. Anyone can get injured. It's 10 weeks away. I have to be ready, stay in shape. And this is my job. I have to still train, and I spend time with family, but now once Ramadan finishes, I'm off to the camp again, just waiting for another date.
Speaking about fighting, as an undefeated fighter, how does it feel going into your next fight? Do you have any apprehensions when the next fight date is announced? It's like, right, okay, so I'm undefeated, I've got this guy in front of me, or is it just about this guy's in my way of the title?
Take food from my fridge. That's how I see it as opponent, you know. Undefeated, I've been since my start of career. I have 35 fight winning streak together with amateur and professional. So it's not like something like pressure on my undefeated record. I always put my undefeated record on the table. Even though there was Ramadan coming, I was ready to fight for the title through training for Ramadan and then fight for the belt. Like some of my team told me, this might be a risk, you know, maybe not in full shape. After Ramadan, I'm ready, you know, I'm ready. My record, I've done it. I'm ready to risk it.
You are still on track to be the second youngest title holder in the UFC, if you get that coming up pretty soon after Jon Jones. How would that feel, being recognised as second youngest UFC champion?
I think it was achievable to become youngest UFC champion if UFC wanted me to beat Jon Jones' record. I think there was everything on the table. When I came to UFC, when I said about my dream, some people said it's impossible. I believed it's impossible, even though when I had my knee injury, some people said he'll never be back again. After that I beat 2 ex-title contenders in UFC. One of them was finish, one of them was decision. And I was really, really close to the belt. I just missed about 6 months, not because of injury. It's because UFC couldn't get me opponent.
You just mentioned the knee injury, the MCL. So talk to me a little bit about that, because I've seen how far your knee bent in the wrong direction, but you didn't tap. Tell me a little bit about the mental fortitude that you've got to not only get out of it, but then to finish the guy with a rear naked choke.
So I knew if he cannot finish me in this position where he's black belt in jiu-jitsu, what else he can do?
Yeah, I mean, that lock looked really tight. When that was in, what was going through your mind as your knees bending back?
When he pulled it, I heard a couple cracks. I'm like, it's already injured. Okay, what you gonna do? What else is to do with this knee? I'm already, imagine myself on the crutches, already injured. Okay, I tap, it's not gonna be easy in my life, right? I mean, if it's some jiu-jitsu tournament, I'll tap because I have like MMA career, you know, if jiu-jitsu, something like this. This is my life, you know, this MMA. Break it.
Break it.
Break it, I was ready. You know, my coach, Jim Garnett from Liverpool as well, he turned his head and he said in some interview, I didn't want to see how it's happening. He thought it's gonna break. I thought because at some point the noise stopped cracking, you know, I thought now it's just gonna snap.
Well, when I was watching it, I was thinking it was gonna break.
Yeah.
I thought, there's no way you're not gonna tap in that situation. But you wriggled out and then kept it on the ground and took his back. When you stood up, everybody's seen you wince a little bit as you stood and put the weight on the leg. How long did it take for you to recover from that?
In a month, I was back to training because I went to do rehab with Wigan Athletics. Football team, they helped me a lot. They're professional at the knees. I was on crutches. First week, I was driving to McDonald's to go to the toilet because I had toilet in my house only on the second floor. I couldn't get up. I couldn't bend my knee, I couldn't extend my knee, so it wasn't in one position. And then 1 week later, I started crawling backwards, sitting on the stairs and then crawling. And that's how I remember going through a couple of weeks like this.
So you just mentioned Wigan. Talk to me a little bit about the interest between the football clubs. So you're also a fan of United, aren't you?
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about how that interest came about.
When I was younger, I have actually like a couple of photos when I was younger, Wigan athletics kid. I was going to like school, doing football team like in school. Nobody gave me a pass because I'm shit at scoring, you know. So I just go get ball myself, shoot, missing. I just like to run. In England, kids born with talent of football, right? But they're not born to wrestle.
Yeah.
Right? In Dagestan, it's opposite. They cannot play football, but they out wrestle.
Yeah.
So in every culture, there's talent. I don't need to force what there's no talent. You know, like I didn't want to waste my time. When I got injured my knee, I was going to a couple of Wigan matches and then injured my knee. And the owner of Wigan Athletics said, "Whatever you need, like we're here to help you." I said, "My knee, I need new knee," and he helped me with the rehab. Basically, he left Wigan now.
Oh, he's left.
He sold it.
Well, have you seen that Wayne Rooney's also declared himself a fan of yours? I mean, having influences like this, like
legends.
What kind of legends? What kind of parallels do you see between the disciplines between footballers and fighters?
I know how this works. They have injuries, they have discipline. Football is not like we're looking. They're getting millions pounds. So much money they don't deserve. They deserve too. So I start understanding. But before I was thinking, this waste man's getting money like for no reason. You know, like now I understand this.
You understand it all. So personally, can you kind of just describe for me some of the disciplines you've adopted? Because I know that a lot of younger fighters looking to get into the octagon will look up at you and be like, he's 23, he's undefeated, he wants to be a world champion. I want to do that.
If I started wrestling in Wigan, and I got in UFC and ranked number 7, I think anyone can do it. Simple. What else can you say? If you started MMA in Wigan and you're in UFC, top 10 in the world.
But what does it take to get there? Because it's all well and good you saying, if I started in Wigan, anyone can do it. But there may be a kid named Joe who started in Wigan and he's like, but I don't know how to get there. What does it require for him to get there?
I think you need to do some amateur sport. You need to have some background. Like you go to your local boxing club or you go to your local wrestling club. You have something in background. You cannot just go inside the cage. I'm a cage fighter, you know. There's no such a thing. You need some strong background. It's not like I'm doing MMA and all that, you know. You need some background and then you develop your game. You do the strength conditioning program. You go to different kind of sports and start competing slowly.
So different disciplines, understanding the aspects of different things.
Yes.
Okay, so you, 23, very impressive fight record, wanting to be an aspiring champion. Just like Tom Aspinall, did you see Tom Aspinall bumped into Jon Jones at the Arnold's in Birmingham the weekend just gone?
Yeah.
If that fight happens to happen, I know that a lot of people want to see it. How do you see that fight going down? Because we all know Jon Jones is a great fighter. Unbelievable, known as the GOAT.
Yep.
Tom is also a great fighter.
Yep.
Very heavy-handed, like big hitter. How do you personally see that fight going down?
Jon Jones is a legend in the sport, pound for pound, number 1 in like forever. Till now, I don't think anyone took over his position. There's Khabib close to it. I think Jon Jones is the person who we all, including Khabib, grew up watching his fights, you know. I think he's not in his prime right now. He's not in his shape. He's not motivated. He's got nothing to fight for inside the cage. That's the most important as a fighter, to have what you're fighting for, going inside the octagon, what you're here for. I see Tom put hand on his shoulder. He moved. I think he's already seen him as a challenger. If he be like, okay, let's take photo, he look him maybe like upcomer, don't respect his skills. I think he respected his skills, and Jon believe he's a number 1 challenger right now.
Do you think that fight will ever happen?
I don't think it will happen. I don't think it will happen. Jon doesn't look like he wants to fight anymore.
You think that this is potentially Jon's way out? Retires before he fights Tom, vacates the belt, Tom steps in and takes it?
You know, Jon traveling a lot around the world now. He's been in Thailand. When I was there, I just left, he came. Like he travels around the world doing these seminars, like Arnold show. I think he just keeping his name that he gonna fight just to stay on the noise. I don't know. In my opinion, it's like this because he's not in shape.
Yeah, I mean, he did move up to heavyweight, which was a bit of a jump for him. But you're right, he does look out of shape. But again, it is Jon Jones. You see him when he come in and stepped in against Cyril Gane, he kind of just wiped the floor.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't rate Cyril Gane, to be honest. There's levels. Like if you compare Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane, Tom Aspinall is elite level compared to him. Only person who can challenge Jon Jones is
Jon Jones.
is Tom Aspinall. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say Jon Jones there.
Brock Lesnar.
Right, so what advice would you give kids that are looking to come into the UFC and make a name for themselves?
I would say if you start the sport, stay consistent. You cannot like come, I've got a blue tick, I've got 10,000 followers. Once you lose, nobody cares about you. Once you put your bad performance, I know like myself, so many fights I have. This my like last performance wasn't great, but I had in couple of past also shit performance. You know, people forget your good performances, and then you win again. Then they say you're unreal, you're unbeatable. Then next fight, you know, that's why you have to stay consistent. Forget the noise around you. Just keep working. Stay in the zone.
Stay in the zone.
The zone is like, that's what gets you like very far.
That noise that you've just spoken about, like getting distracted by the noise, does that ever come into play when you're out and about? Because you just said you came back from Thailand and Jon Jones came there. You spend a lot of time in London, spend a lot of time in Manchester. Does that noise ever get in the way of your focus of what you want to achieve?
You know how many camps I've been like in Miami, like American top team. I've been in Thailand. You get distracted only if you start looking for places. Like people go to PP Island for a couple of days. I've been in Thailand 8 times. I only went there once in 2019. Why are you going to this PP Island for the photos? Nobody cares about your photos. I think that's the difference between zone and like distraction. You know.
Do you think it's easy for fighters to get distracted?
Girl wants to go to PP, they go to PP. Girl wants to go to club, you go to club. But you have your own lifestyle, you know, you want to become athlete. Like set your future for like strong, you know. When you have this, you have everything on your table. That's why while you're young, you have to be like staying in the zone. Yeah. And then get distracted if you want to. But I don't think till 30 you should be out about.
So you think it's more about staying focused until you're in your 30s and working? And because a lot of people would say you're sacrificing your younger years to work.
You don't want to be like in your 40s working 9 till 5, right? You want to be on a holiday somewhere like Spain, America, travel around. You don't want to be 9 till 5, don't see your kids.
So if it wasn't fighting, is there any other sports that you would have done? I know you said you were terrible at football, but is there anything else that took your fancy?
I want to compete like in wrestling, in Olympics. It's just I only moved to MMA because like I couldn't get a passport to compete in the Olympics. So I moved to challenge myself in MMA. But in the future, I want to compete in Olympics as well.
Okay. And if it wasn't sports, where did you see your life could have gone?
I want to be like in special forces.
Interesting.
Yeah, I watch like out SAS who they wins like a couple of times. But the older I get, I understand all this is bullshit. You know, I'm ready to defend place where I live. You know, I'm ready. Anything can happen tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm here. But I don't need to go to other countries.
So that wraps up our day with Muhammad Mokaev. Don't forget to follow me on socials at Mach_Griffiths. That is Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.